Welcome to this course BPA 222 Swimming and Aquatics. In presenting to you our topic, one of the survival swimming stroke, the TRUDGEN, specifically the leg work. With the speakers, Ria Medipilio, Tony Rose Colegio, Prince Roger Cayanong, Roberto Corpus Jr., and lovely Faith Calungsod. To start, let me give you a short background regarding with our topic. The TRUDGEN is a swimming stroke or sometimes known as the racing stroke or the East Indian stroke. It is named after an English swimmer, John TRUDGEN, and evolved out into a side stroke. In this discussion, we will focus on the leg movement of the TRUDGEN survival swimming stroke. So, to widen this topic, we have Ms. Colegio to discuss about the definition, information, and facts about this topic. Ms. Colegio?
Good morning everyone, my name is Tony Rose Colegio, and these are the informations and facts about the TRUDGEN stroke. So the TRUDGEN stroke came from the English swimmer named John Arthur TRUDGEN. So John TRUDGEN was a British swimmer who introduced the TRUDGEN stroke to British society. The TRUDGEN is a swimming stroke and sometimes known as the racing stroke or the East Indian stroke. It is named after the English swimmer named John Arthur TRUDGEN and evolved out of side stroke. John TRUDGEN invented the hand-over-hand stroke, which became known as the TRUDGEN. Way back 1873, John TRUDGEN traveled to Argentina and he developed a crawl stroke that resembled the native South Americans, but he only used scissor kick wide and inefficient rather than the flutter kick. After 2 years, in 1875, TRUDGEN used his new stroke to win an English championship race at Edgbaston Reservoir in 1875 while swimming for the Alliance Swimming Club. Next, in 1974, John TRUDGEN was inducted into the International Swimming Hall of Fame for his contribution to the development of modern competitive swimming.
And now let us proceed to the discussion part incorporated with the demonstration.
Good day everyone. My name is Roger Garcia Cayanong and today I will discuss about the leg movement of the TRUDGEN stroke. But first, let us discuss what is TRUDGEN stroke. The TRUDGEN stroke. So the TRUDGEN stroke was developed by Mr. John Arthur TRUDGEN on 1852 to 1902. So it was derived from the side stroke. And by the way, the TRUDGEN stroke is a hybrid stroke. It came from the side stroke, or it is a combination of the side stroke and the freestyle stroke. Now, so because of this development, it overcame the weaknesses of the two side strokes, which are the freestyle and the side stroke. Because of it overcome the weakness, it gives swimmer better speed, and that is why it is also called the racing stroke or the East Indian stroke. We need to remember, because it is a hybrid between two strokes, it is harder to master, and because of the motion of the stroke, it is very difficult, especially for the beginners. That is why we need enough time and also enough effort for us to master the stroke. Because we are done talking about what is the TRUDGEN swimming stroke, let us go with our main topic for today, which is the leg movements of the TRUDGEN stroke. So what is the leg, or what do we call the leg movements for the TRUDGEN stroke? The leg movement for the TRUDGEN stroke is derived from the side stroke, what we call the scissor stroke. So what do you mean by the scissor stroke? Scissor stroke is when our legs make a snapping movement or a quick movement, just like the blade of scissors, but they are going on a different direction. The movement in scissor stroke requires just like what the name implies. So the scissor, we need to straighten our legs and then make a V shape. V shape, it means that our legs are going in a different direction. And then let's close them sharply so that our legs will be parallel. And then open our legs again and repeat the movements that I have said so that we can perform the scissor kick. The scissor kick is a lower body movement that helps propels the swimmer through the water. And we need to remember that the faster we kick or do the scissor kick, the faster we move or swim. Why? Because our legs gives significant power for us to move through the water. That is why it is very important for us to practice our scissor kicks. It is hard for the beginners because when we practice this, it will be tiring, but it will be worth it. When doing the Trajan swimming stroke, it is very important for us to note that the synchronization between our arm movement and our leg movements is very important. Why? Because it will help us achieve the maximum propulsion, which helps the swimmer swims faster. Okay? Now let's talk about it. When doing the Trajan swimming stroke, mostly the swimmer swims upon one side, right? Doing the overhand movement, which means lifting our arms alternately. Now, when we need to remember that when we raise our left hand, and when our left hand is above our head or above the water, we need to spread our legs. And the moment our left hand comes down, okay, we need to extend our legs and then quickly snap with a snap movement or a snap scissor kick, okay? And then when we raise our right hand above the water, and then as it comes down, our left hand will be extended again, okay? And we will repeat the movement for the scissor kick or for the swimming of the Trajan's stroke. The scissor kick comes every 2 strokes. Practicing the scissor kick is very easy. It is even easy for the beginners. But mastering the Trajan swimming stroke is very hard. That is why you need to give time and effort in order for us or in order for you to master this swimming stroke. And that would be all for my discussion. And again, my name is Roger Garcia Cayano. Thank you everyone for listening, and make your nanay and tatay proud. Goodbye.
Good day. This is only a disclaimer about the demonstration. So to be honest, it was hard to elaborate or to execute this in the surface. I perform it in the balcony, in the flat surface, in the chairs. So it's very hard to execute. To be honest, there are lots of discrepancies, and you cannot rotate your hips because we are not submerged into onto the water. I hope you understand. I hope you can learn about my demonstration, and along the way I'm going to explain the discrepancies and what you need to do when you are submerged into the water. So I hope guys you can learn well about my demonstration. So that's all. Good day! By the way, I'm Mr. Corpus, and I'm going to elaborate the Trojan leg movement. So there are discrepancies in doing this leg movement because we are not submerged into the water. So I'm going to explain along the way. So without further ado, let's get started. First, you need to lie down your body in a straight position like this. Don't mind my feet because I'm inborn bakang. And I'm inborn right-handed. So this is the right-handed position. My right leg is attached to the surface and my left leg is in the opposite side. So first, stretch your body in a straight position, and then circular motion like that. As you can see that my right thigh is not stretched properly, it is because it is elaborated in the surface. If we are submerged into the water, our hips is slightly rotate by 15 degree. By that, it imitates as a propeller. So since we are in the surface, that would be the only discrepancies that I cannot perfectly execute this movement. So we'll continue. After this motion, you're going to circular your both leg like this. Again, 1, 2, 3. You know. Once again, last. 1, 2, 3. And then, sugat. That would be all. Thank you. Guys, kita song tilo eh.
And to conclude everything, we have Miss Kalungsod to share with us her generalization.
Good day everyone, I am Lovely Faith M. Kalungsod and now we're going to summarize our topic, which is the TRUDGEN stroke. So John TRUDGEN invented the hand-over-hand stroke, which became known as the TRUDGEN. So TRUDGEN stroke is an older precursor of the front crawl. It consists essentially of a combination of the arm stroke of the front crawl and the scissor kick of the side stroke. It is sometimes known as the racing stroke or the East Indian stroke. And to execute the TRUDGEN stroke, one swims mostly upon one side, making an overhand movement, lifting the arms alternately out of the water. When the left arm is above the head, the legs spread apart for a kick. As the left arm comes down, the legs extend and are then brought together with a sharp scissor kick. The right arm is now brought forward over the water, and as it comes down, the left arm is extended again. The scissor comes every second stroke. It involves spreading the legs, then bringing them together with a sudden snap movement. The swimmer's face is underwater most of the time. The only chance to breathe is when the hand is coming back and just as the elbow passes the face.
And that concludes for our discussion, and I hope you learned something, and always remember that if you always do your best, you will not have regrets. Thank you!